Hello, Roll Mithril here once again, getting back to Resident Evil. Today we're going to be taking care of the rest of the armor doors, so we're going to clear up some inventory space here. We don't really need the combat knife right now, and we're not going to need the shield key for a little bit longer. As long as it's on my mind. Let me go ahead and equip that gun. That might be a good idea. Also, for those wondering, there is a specific reason I'm hanging onto the ink ribbon for now. So, let's go upstairs. I don't know what it is about that chandelier when I see it from this angle, but the light fixtures kind of look like tiny little t-shirts to me. I don't know. Anyway, we can go in here. So there are two ways to go in here. Let's start with this direction. Checking out the obviously lit shelf over here, we find a lighter. This is going to be pretty handy. Over here behind the bed, we have an ammo clip. Delicious. There's nothing between the two beds, but if we go over on this side, we get a red herb. Nice find. So that's all there is to do in here. Time to head across to the other room. If you check this coat on the rack here, you find an ink ribbon. And over here on the desk, there's the researcher's will. My dear Alma, the fact that you have received this letter is both a joy and a sadness for me. I could not even talk to you because of that guy in the sunglasses. Alma, be calm and read this. I think I've told you that I moved to a pharmaceutical company's lab. They headhunted me. Last month, there was an accident in the lab and the virus we were studying escaped. All my colleagues who were infected by the virus are dead. To be accurate, they've become the living dead. They still wander around. Some of them are knocking on my room door desperately right now, but there's no sign of intelligence in their eyes. That cursed virus takes away all humanity from the human brain. Love, joy, sorrow, fear, humor, eternally. And Alma, even the memories of the days I spent with you. Yes, I'm infected. I did everything I could, but I could only delay the progress by a few days. The most frightening thing is that I forget more about you by the day. So I chose a peaceful death, rather than becoming the living dead. Within an hour I will have entered my eternal sleep. I do hope you'll understand my decision. Goodbye and forever yours, Martin Crackhorn. So, yeah, the virus is bad news. Other than that, though, it's well arranged. So we have a water tank here, but it's too heavy to move. Coming over here, it seems someone has searched here already. It appears to be a switch. Will you push it? Who wouldn't? I like her startled reaction to the sudden sound of the water draining. But with that, the aquarium is drained, so we can come over here and push it out of the way. You need to move it this way, because otherwise you can't get behind this and move the shelf the right way. Doing so, we have access to this cabinet, and we get explosive rounds. This is the type of ammo currently loaded in the bazooka. Is this anything over here? Nothing special. Okay. From this angle, it looks like there's a box of shotgun shells down there or something. Oh well. But anyway, yeah, the bazooka currently has 6 explosive rounds loaded in it. There are 3 types of ammo for the bazooka: explosive, acid, and flame, which we haven't seen yet. The drawback is, once a type of ammo is loaded in, you are committed to it. So for example, if I want to use acid rounds, I have to get rid of the 6 explosive rounds currently in there. The bazooka holds 6 rounds at a time. In later games where it became the grenade launcher, you can go ahead and switch ammo types whenever you want. So, time to use the lighter here to light the stove. We've got a map and we set it on fire bonanza! Yeah, not really sure how that works, but we got the map of the second floor. I don't know, maybe there's some kind of system where that could work. But anyway, we have a map. So, moving on. We have more armor doors to find. Such as this one. So we have a floor vent, a statue, a switch on the floor, another statue, another floor vent, and a showcase. Something can be seen in the showcase. Call me crazy, but I kind of feel like we need to cover those vents. Don't worry about stepping on the switch. You actually have to interact with it to use it. And for those wondering what happens if you do this wrong, we'll show that in extra footage. Once you have the vents covered, go activate the switch. There's a switch. Will you push it? Who wouldn't? If you did this right, the showcase will open. And coming around here, we get the sun crest. Nothing else in here though, so time to leave. Jill has psychic knowledge that tells her she'll never need this key again, so you're given the option to discard it. On a casual playthrough, I usually just kind of hang on to them anyway just because I like how they look, but for the sake of inventory management, we'll go ahead and get rid of it. When my mom and I played the game, we always found that message really suspicious. Like, if you know you're not going to need it anymore, why make getting rid of the key an option? Why not just go ahead and get rid of it? It made us wonder if, like, there was some special secret if you did hold on to all the keys. There's not. Ah, smells like Christmas. And we get another green herb. And over here, oh heavens, a victim.
Richard, what happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake and also poisonous. Ugh.
Poisonous? Oh, no. Richard, hold on.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Thanks.
So at this point, Jill automatically gets up and leaves. I'm not controlling her right now. Fortunately, we've already seen where the serum is. The map helpfully points it out. It's in the other storeroom. So, yeah, another reason I wanted to make sure that this pathway was absolutely cleared. We're on a bit of a time crunch. Not much of one, though. You have 7 minutes to do this, to go and get the serum and return with it. Pretty generous, really. But all the same, I'd rather not have to play dodgems with zombies during this. Some things, such as door animations and rummaging around in the item chest, those don't count against the time limit. Good thing, because we're gonna need to make some item space. Also, for those wondering what happens if you take too long, that's something else I will show in extra footage. Basically, there are some branching story paths that can happen here and there in the game. I'm not really sure I knew too much about that before I started doing research for this project, but later after the main run, we'll show some extras. Alright, so let's see here. We do not need the explosive rounds. I am about to need the shield key, though. Suncrest can go away, mixed herbs can go away, single green can go away. Oh, there is one other thing I do want to bring with me. I almost forgot. Okay. We also do need to get the serum. You can't actually grab this until it's plot relevant. Any other time, if you just examine that shelf, it just says it's full of serums, but you can't actually take one. Kind of a silly thing overall. Should I take the life-saving serum that could probably be really good in this house? No, it's not plot relevant yet. But with that, back we go. Yeah, all these narrow passages, if I had left the zombies alive, it would have been a problem. So, right back in here. Around the corner.
Here's the serum. Richard, hold on. I'll give you a shot now.
Jill, here's my radio. You should keep it.
No! Richard!
Jill, be careful.
Sadly, even if you make it back in time, there is no saving Richard. Richard is dead. If you examine him one more time, you get a clip of ammo. He also gave you his radio, but that's not an inventory item. Instead, it shows up here as an option. Comm radio. The battery is still charged. There's not really anything we can do with it just yet, though. So instead, let's go in here and get ready to run. Reason being, this is a very narrow hallway, and there's a zombie right there. Sadly, even if you bring the combat knife, he can follow you upstairs, but you don't have enough reach with it to take him out with the knife. So just aim the gun down. I said stay down. Good boy. You really want to take this zombie out, though, and check out the room he's guarding. It has some nice things in it. If you check the desk, you get an ink ribbon. For some reason, planets on the wall. Checking the shelf, ammo clip. And there's also this. It's too dark to see anything. Fortunately, we have a lighter. So we can light these candles. And I'm not really sure the lighting makes sense, but we can see well enough to get some acid rounds. So yeah, this is a pretty nice room to check out. So for those wondering what happens if you get this wrong, yeah, poison gas is escaping. Despite it being poison gas, even when it starts hurting you, it doesn't inflict poison status. Notably, however, the showcase does not open, so you can't just tank this. If you want to reset the puzzle, you can just leave the room. Once you come back in, the gas will be shut off and you can try again. Otherwise, well, yeah.